Record stores are hard to come by nowadays when people can download music instantly to their iPods, but there are still a few record stores in the Valley who can still sell the oldies the old way. David Woodhouse has been in the record store business for 25 years, and after closing his store in the Hampshire Mall back in March, he is reopening his store Platypus 2 on Cottage Street in East Hampton.
I was in Westfield for 25 years, 1982 to 2007. You know, that's where I got my start, and the people of Westfield were super, super, super loyal to me, and I don't know if I like it best, but certainly there are some fond memories. I have no bad memories of Westfield. Had they not been doing construction on the building I was in, I'd probably still be in Westfield. There was a whole series of events that took place. When I left the mall, the idea was to take a month off because I hadn't had time off. And at the time I was thinking, well, I would go work somewhere and maybe do something online in the store. And then one thing led to another, and all of a sudden this place became available to me, and it was such a great deal. I decided to take it, and really I missed being in retail. I actually miss seeing people every day.
Because records are no longer the norm for music listeners, the business has changed for Woodhouse.
I don't know that it's hard as much as it's 100% different now. I rarely even look at what's coming out for new releases. I don't check the release sheets for the major labels anymore. I mean, we do a lot of UCDs and we do vinyl, and that's our niche. And I feel bad in a way for some of the chain stores because I don't know how they survive just selling, CDs and videos and things like that. You couldn't survive now if you wanted to be a record store, say like I was 10 years ago. You couldn't do it.
Over in Northampton at Turn It Up Records, manager Josh Bean finds that record stores have adapted to the new age climate.
It's definitely changed. It's definitely different, but I don't think it's harder. I think part of the reason, at least for us, that it's not harder is that we sell CDs and vinyl for so cheap that I think maybe people that were buying it at new places for like $16, $18 come in here and realize they can get the same things for $8 on our site. So.
Owner Josh Burkett of Mystery Train Records in downtown Amherst, however, finds that being in this business is difficult.
Yeah, definitely. It's really hard. I don't recommend it. It's really hard to pay the bills at this point, selling music.
If business is hard or easy, either way, people are still interested in buying records. But why?
I think there's a lot of reasons. There are people who say that it's a better sound than CDs, and then there are people who just like to look at the covers and back when they were doing albums, there was much better, much more artwork because really the artist, whoever created the cover, had a 12-inch canvas to work with. Now you've got a little 5x5 thing, and it's just not quite as fun to look at, And there's a curiosity to it too. A lot of the bands that are still popular today got their start making albums, making actual vinyl records. So you can see something that maybe you bought on disc 4 or 5 years ago. You can see how it originally came out, and a lot of people like to own that.
And another sort of upside, as opposed to just downloading stuff from the internet, like you can come in and talk music to the people that work here, or the other people that are shopping, or not even necessarily music. We'll talk about whatever, but obviously most people are coming in here to chat about music. So I think that, and then the other big thing is that you can come in and you never know what you're going to find, just because we buy stuff from people just coming in off the street selling their collections or selling things that particular titles they don't listen to anymore. So you sort of never know what you're going to find in here day to day.
I think it's still like a unique experience. As far as even though a lot of people are still listen to music really differently, but they still like to look at records. It's an experience in itself. You can't really do online.
Who are the people that are keeping the beat alive in the Valley?
I had a really good, steady clientele of I would say 21 and older, and that was part of the problem. I wasn't gearing myself towards the kids, and of course that's where kids hang out, is in a mall. But the people up there were really loyal. They would come to the mall. They would buy They would come look for the vinyl. They would come look for the T-shirts, and
I mean, we definitely get like high school kids even like are coming and starting vinyl collections. So no, I guess I wouldn't necessarily say it's just older people.
As Woodhouse prepares to reopen his doors again in East Hampton, he is keeping a positive attitude.
I don't have any real expectations here yet, because this is sort of, I was joking with friends, it looks a lot like what the store looked like when I started it in '82. I mean, a lot of vinyl, so I'm looking at it as a new business, and I don't know where it's going to top out. I don't know, I'm just jumping in and seeing what happens, because I think I can do something here.
For GazetteNet, I'm Erica Heyer.